Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers, Facebookers, all social media across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Colin Clayton. Also, check out Uneducated Network, both shows and channels on YouTube. Please like and subscribe to both channels. Now, football is back, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL is back, and the Hall of Fame game is always the first preseason game, which represents the Hall of Famers from this year's, Hall of Fame class. Obviously, well, we had a game going on. The Chicago Bears faced off against the Baltimore Ravens, and not your high key matchup, but it's still football. And no matter who's playing, it could have been the Jets versus the Browns. We would have all watched till about the third quarter, but in which I did. I watched about the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson had me intrigued, but a lot of good storylines. Even though it wasn't a team that we all admire, some good storylines going in. We saw the return of RG3, Robert Griffin III. He finally made his appearance after missing 19 months of action. He actually went 7 for 11, 58 yards, and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He had 3 drop balls from his teammates, and 1 caused into an interception. So, I mean, overall, besides him taking 3 sacks, he had a pretty decent time. And I always felt like if Robert Griffin had his way, his chance. I don't care about the RG3 guy off the field. It's all about the guy on the field. If the guy on the field is electric when he had his chances. But now that he has to revamp himself, hopefully he can find a way to get in the squad. Joe Flacco was out. Obviously, they have 5 preseason games. You do not want your number one starter who's been there, done that in the first preseason game out of 5. You don't want Joe Flacco there. So you knew you were going to see a lot of RG3, and you knew you were going to see a lot of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson played the whole entire second half. And the expectations for this man is high, high, high. But as of right now, for his first ever preseason game, first game period in the NFL against another team, he was okay. 4 for 10, 33 yards. He had a touchdown. And that touchdown was to the other first round pick that he had, Hayden Hurst. So that connection might be deadly probably next year. I don't see Lamar Jackson playing this year at all. I see Joe Flacco having a lot to proving something. We'll see about what he can do. But Lamar put on a show as far as his speed. We all knew he was fast, but when you saw him against NFL players and he looked about the fastest guy on the field, that's trouble for you. Lamar Jackson, when he figures it out, when it all comes in, when he gets 100% of the playbook down and they let the reins loose with him, they say, you know what, go ahead, take over. He will be dynamic for not only fantasy owners, but for the Baltimore Ravens franchise. He'll be dynamic. So I cannot wait to see him fully blossom. That's going to be something special to see. We also saw Chase Daniels play, and Chase Daniels is one of those backups who hasn't had many chances to start, but there's always whispers like, man, he could be a starter if he ever had his chance. Well, it did show in this game. 8 for 16, 53 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He played some very poor football, in my opinion. And, you know, with Mitch Trubisky being out, they're acting like Mitch Trubisky is just the best quarterback ever by sitting him out. Mitch Trubisky needs reps. I'm sorry. Yes, the first preseason game, but he's not a veteran. It's only his second year. You want him out there. I mean, only for a series, maybe 2, and you call it a day, and you're done. Now, there's always a part of risky injury, but if that's the case, then no quarterback should ever play any game because it's bound to happen to just about every single person playing football. But these aren't your 2 teams that will make you jump out of your seat to watch any game between these 2. But the fact that it was a Hall of Fame game, it didn't matter. We all been sitting here watching post basketball and post NBA and post NFL news, and it's been driving us crazy. So we were very fortunate to see a game that was NFL worthy, and this was it was a good one. The defense showed out. Both of these teams, I'm looking for these teams to be my sleeper teams. The Chicago Bears in the NFC, I think they'll be better than what people think, and the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC. I'll tell you how I feel about them. You guys stay tuned. In about a couple days, maybe tomorrow, we will start our division by division talk about who's going to be best in what division. We will start off with the defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the NFC East. So we got the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Redskins. We'll talk about those 4 teams and how do I feel about their changes, and how do I feel about what they will do this year record-wise and impact-wise on the NFL. So stay tuned for that. We will start that off with the NFC East and go on and on. I'll tell you who we'll do next per episode. So I'm very excited to start that series off. Look, RG3, Lamar Jackson, those guys running quarterbacks, scrambling quarterbacks. It's obvious Baltimore is looking for a change. But I'm telling you guys, I think Joe Flacco has an amazing year this year. I think Joe Flacco proves that, okay, if you guys want me gone, I can take my talents to another team and see what's up with that. So everyone's just riding off Joe Flacco like he's just this bum, and he's had his bum moments. But I think this year they have a proven defense. Get back to that level because they're always winning 8 or 9 games. They're just one win away. Now I saw the graphic. The last 5 years, they've been 40-40, 500 ball, and the years prior to that, they're like 55 and some really good, 55-26 or something like that. And no, but they've always been there. And the AFC with the Steelers and the Bengals being surprisingly good the last 5 years, it's been a tough division to play in. So the Ravens, I think, will find a way to get to the playoffs, but we'll talk more about that later on in life. So I want to talk about some Madden news, NFL Madden. Colin Kaepernick once again is in the news, and it is for bad reasons, not by Colin, but EA Sports has censored his name. That's right, not a cuss word, not a bad thing, not anything dealing with killing or stealing or whatever. No, his name, Colin Kaepernick. We say it all the time, and it's never bleeped out. Colin Kaepernick. See, not bleeped out. And EA Sports bleeped out his name in one of the Big Sean's YG verses, their song, and one of the Big Sean, who's a famous rapper, he used this following lyric. He said, "Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the pack in shh." Because, S-H-I, bleep, that cuss word. So, feed me to the wolves, now I lead the pack in shh. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. Well, they bleeped out Colin Kaepernick. And it was an outrage by the media, not by the media, but by people playing the games, as in Big Sean, as in YG, as in guys on Twitter showing that they bleeped out a man's name. EA came through in the clutch and said, our bad. We were confused about, because Colin Kaepernick isn't on the game. We can't put him on the game. I'm guessing that's dealing with Colin Kaepernick's lawsuit with the NFL. That's why he can't even be on the game as a free agent or anything like that. Because usually he's on the game as a free agent the last couple of years, but he's not on this year. So they got confused and they thought they had to bleep his name out as well. That doesn't make any sense. It's just a name. It's a person's name. You don't bleep out a person's name, no matter what it is. I think the worst name you could probably bleep out, maybe Adolf Hitler, stuff like that. But I mean, Colin Kaepernick did nothing wrong. And like Big Sean said, people all around are acting like this guy's a curse. And he is not. He is a gift to the African American community and to so many other communities out there who want to evolve the country and put knowledge towards what's going on in our certain urban communities. So I felt bad for Colin. I'm like, that's just messed up. The man is, you guys already blackballed him out the NFL. Now you want to censor his name in a game? That doesn't make any sense. So EA Sports, as of August 6th, when the new updates roll around, they said it will be uncensored and you will hear his name again. And I'm happy to hear that because I usually cop Madden around Black Friday, somewhere in November at Thanksgiving. That's how I usually do it. So I will go back and look at this song because I want to hear the song now, to be honest. So we'll see about that. So tell me how you guys feel about the Hall of Fame game. Tell me how you feel about Lamar Jackson's play and RG3's return to the NFL after 19 months. Let me know how you feel about that and about Colin Kaepernick getting his name censored out. Was the NFL or was EA Sports wrong for that? I want to know your comments down below. So please, guys, like and subscribe to Uneducated Network and Uneducated Sports Talk. I am your host, Clayton, and you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace.